How's it going, friends? My name is Fringy, it's August 29th, and welcome to System Update for the week's gaming news and discussion. Before we get into it, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Yeet Lakes. This guy made the new channel art for Fringy Gaming, and I'm sure you'll agree it kicks ass. I have a link to his channel in the description if you want to contact him for graphics design work. The dude is awesome. I said I wasn't going to talk about the Zoe Quinn controversy, but fuck it, it's worth discussing. So some knoblet called Aaron Johnny got butthurt about his ex-girlfriend Zoe Quinn, an indie developer who allegedly fucked 5 guys, including Kotaku contributor Nathan Grayson. Now to me, Zoe Quinn is about as attractive as the sight of a guy rubbing a cheese grater against his dick. But considering a bulk of gaming journalists are hipster fucks, it isn't surprising she's getting balls deep in Kotaku cock. Instead of keeping this shit private like she should have done, he wrote about it online. Now, who she chooses to fuck doesn't matter to me, and it shouldn't matter to you either. It's none of our business. However, him writing about this opened the floodgates in regards to journalistic integrity within the abomination that is video game journalism, and that is very much our business. Now, this guy tried to claim that he wrote it for the sake of discussing this journalistic integrity, but the guy's full of shit. His post is such shit. It's about 5 paragraphs of him just bashing the shit out of this Zoe Quinn, and then him basically, for a couple of lines, saying, oh, this reveals journalistic integrity flaws within gaming journalism, which, 1, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Of course there's problems with gaming journalism, and 2, you don't give a shit about any of this integrity stuff. You just did this to get back at your girlfriend out of spite, or your ex-girlfriend, and it just makes you look like a pathetic fucking loser. But enough of that. So, look, the thing about Zoe Quinn is that we shouldn't really give a shit what she does in her private time, because really, it doesn't affect us. Because who she chooses to fuck, that's her choice. And it doesn't really need to be exposed to us. It'd be like me just writing on the internet, oh, so today I just fucked someone. Do you all care? You shouldn't care. But unfortunately, people seem to be focusing on the fact that she's having sex with people and not the whole journalistic integrity. The reason why I find this such an interesting story is because, I mean, I already knew Kotaku was corrupt. Kotaku is one of the worst websites in terms of gaming journalism. They're up there with IGN. And I think what this situation reveals is that a person could go around and fuck a bunch of people in the industry to advance their career and actually cause bias within games journalism. Bias is a big problem within game journalism as it is. All the websites have partaken in some form of bias because of money. And in a situation like this, if Zoe Quinn wanted to, she could very easily have fucked a bunch of people and helped it advance her career and helped it promote her shitty game that she made. So I think that's what is important to discuss, is the fact that she could. Not that she did. I mean, did she? The person that she had sex with didn't cover her game, at least to my understanding. So in that situation, that wouldn't have happened. But what happened if it did? I think that's the important question you need to ask. What happens if it did? Now, I have to say that people abusing Zoe Quinn and doxing her, why the fuck are you doing that? Seriously, nobody deserves to be doxed. You shouldn't be doxing people just because you don't like them. That's such a bad way of fixing your problems. I know how to fix a problem with a person I don't like. Ruin their life. That's a good idea. It's so fucking stupid. This whole thing is just so fucked. But before we finish up this segment, I think I should bring up the fact that why is no major gaming outlet talking about this? And here's the thing. I had someone say to me, oh, well, why should they be talking about it? Who she has sex with doesn't matter. Yeah, you're right. Who she has sex with doesn't matter. But the whole situation of exposing games media bias, why is IGN, GameSpot, Polygon, Kotaku, Destructoid, why are all of these websites so actively avoiding the situation? I mean, this is such a huge controversy. It is a massive controversy, and I've yet to see one major gaming outlet write a fucking thing about it. And this is related to gaming. No matter what you say, this controversy is related to gaming. She is a gaming personality, I guess. A gaming personality. Someone who, at least, even though I didn't know about her, was well known. Doing something and exposing a bias. And yet nobody is covering this. And it's not the fact that they aren't covering it, it's the fact that they are sweeping it under the rug and actively avoiding talking about it completely. that is making me wonder, well, this bias is clearly deeply seated within gaming journalism. Now, I've talked about this many times. Games journalists are not to be trusted because they are so closely related to PR and these companies that you can't trust a fucking thing that a lot of these guys say. There are very few games journalists you can trust. And obviously Kotaku isn't one of them. That much is apparent. But enough of this Zoe Quinn bullshit, let's move on. Assuming you don't live under an asteroid, you're probably well aware of the PSN DDoS attack. A DDoS attack is basically when a network is flooded with a bunch of artificial profiles, which results in high traffic overloading the servers. To my understanding, this also affected Xbox Live, Battle.net, and Riot servers, and it got so bad that the FBI got involved. It's still really unclear who's actually responsible. Lots of fuckers are claiming that they're the ones responsible, but if the FBI still don't know, most of those guys are probably just blowing smoke up everyone's asses. However, some say that the attack was in retaliation to the fact that PlayStation Plus is now mandatory for online play. Look, I'm not really a fan of paying to play online either, but there are right ways and wrong ways to go about giving your message. I don't know, maybe pull a prank call on Shuhei Yoshida or something. Don't go and take down the entire fucking network. What does that achieve? It achieves dick all. All you're doing is pissing off and ruining the gaming experience of gamers, the people you're meant to be with, your fellow brethren. And you're fucking up their day because you want to give a message to Sony that's not going to work. As much as I dislike it, PlayStation Plus for mandatory play is here to stay. And taking down the network isn't going to do anything about it. They're just going to fix the network and try and prevent it from happening again. That's it. You didn't send a message, you didn't help anyone out, and all you did was hinder your gamers, your fellow gamers. So what the fuck did you achieve? You achieved nothing, except making an annoyance in the days of other people. Now, this didn't affect me because I don't play a lot of console games, but it did affect a bulk of gamers. And doing that, I mean, look, if you did it for a joke, then you're a fucking loser. And if you did it for a message, you got your priorities mixed up. This is the wrong way to go about it. That's it for System Update this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Fringy, and as always, have a good one.